Grand entrance, grand entrance. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, grand entrance.
A grand entrance indeed. It's Tuesday. Time to tighten it up with B-Phlat. She's live in Philadelphia. Tighten Up Tuesday here on the Two Funny Mamas YouTube channel. It's the only show that involves DIY projects and the hilarious comedy of B-Phlat. That's Grace. She's the engineer tonight. She's dancing into your hearts and minds. It's going to be a good one. We got fanfare to talk about with the Picassos. It's a holiday weekend. I feel it. It's in the air tonight. B's knee is loose. It's going to be a great show. Tight show. Great show. Coming right up. We're live in St. Louis at Midcoast Studio. Does it end? Does it dancing? Hello, everybody. Grace is here. B's here. No Key tonight. We'll soldier on. Picassos are already frothing at the mouth. It's time to party, B. Great job, Grace.
Yes, it is. Grace already told me how many people were waiting and are in. So shout out, of course, to Lauren Soro, who always provides the great tracks for the show. Shout out to Daphne. Where would I be without her?
Daphne and Lauren.
Knows. She's my great assistant. And shout out to Kathy, Miguel, and Karen. You know, they trying to beat each other in terms of who cash apps me first before the show starts. So, of course, on the day of the show, Miguel actually beats everybody. He's like almost always first, when we start. So shout out to Miguel Goico.
Shout out. And shout out to everybody, all the Picassos that are watching. If you get a chance, copy the link, go to your Facebook, go to your Twitter, go to your Instagram, and paste that link for other people to see it. Invite them to come be part of the fun. Tell them how hilarious B is. Let's keep this train rolling. A lot to get to tonight, B. You look like you're ready, B.
I am. Actually, I'm sticking with my theme. I'm getting the theme started early in terms of the black and white affair in Barbados. And plus, I'm trying to stay warm, Chris. I'm sure I already rocked this sweatshirt on the show before, but I don't give a damn. It's kind of like you in the jacket. And
jacket hasn't been on in a while.
Well, I'm just saying, you can rock the same jacket.
It's true.
I figured I could rock the same sweatshirt. Plus, I don't know who invented black leggings, but I should have invested in that because I love black leggings. They are just the best, Chris. You can just throw them on. They go with any and everything. Dress them up, dress them down. You ain't got to
I feel the same.
And it's sad that I know people that iron leggings. I've never heard of such people that iron their leggings.
No, how they hold them down is later on in the show.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to say that because ironing leggings is, I don't know what that's holding down. That's kind of like getting jeans starched, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
Shout out to all the people that are joining us for the first time and don't know what they're watching. You're watching Tighten Up Tuesday, the live DIY podcast.
Don't forget it.
When we flip your shit and make it fly. We show you how to take your things and flip them, stuff you already have in the house, things that you need to tighten up. We give you all kind of tips. Wintertime is here, so I'm giving out some winter tips on weatherizing your house, things that you can do with stuff you already have. Last year, we made door weather strips. I got some stuff coming up. Shout out to all my great people in the Zoom who gave me some creative ideas. So we're moving on, Chris.
You do it. You have those Zooms. We did one last week. It was a lot of fun. Everybody was great. It's always wonderful to meet those people. So, B, I'm excited for the show today.
I got a lot of shout outs, so I'm going to get started. It's so funny because people be like, oh, cut down some of the shout outs. But it's so hard because I get so much love. And then every day it's just like more and more. And it's like, oh, I can't cut them out. So it's my show. Like you said, Chris, it's my show. And I'm doing the shout out. I'm giving out the love. So first, I'm starting out with Ariel Bell, and I do owe her a phone call because I was just overwhelmed and overjoyed. And Chris, I still don't know how she got my home address. I don't even care. She can have it forever. She sent me all these tools. Like, I'm just going to show them because, first of all, Grace, please show this photo because she must have read my mind. This is what I do. When I'm in the hotels, I take pictures of shit I like. So this, because I am using a design like that. I have a tool that can cut wood, but it was more in terms of plucking out circles.
Mm-hmm.
So when Ariel sent me this Dremel plunge router, you see this?
Yes.
This you can cut, like you can make your own signs in wood.
Do a lot with
I
that.
was like, damn, she must have, she's a woman after my heart. She must have known. Because I'm making the design like that. I'm making the, with like you just saw with the table in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
I'm doing that for my radiator covers. So now I have this tool that does all that. Chris, it's the bomb. So I got to read on how to do it. And
That's
plus,
incredible.
look, she sent, look at this. These are the tools that go with it, the different cut. You got to get your own. Oh my God, this is the router tool.
Went the extra mile.
These are the rotary tools. Yes, wait a minute. I ain't even done. Because I definitely have to talk to her, because when the box came, it was half open. I was able to reach right in and grab the shit out. I was like, I hope ain't nothing fall out, because she sent extra pieces like these, because I also got, look at this, a cordless rotary tool.
Oh my gosh,
so
look at that.
Instead of getting my big little reciprocal saw, I can cut through little pipes. And I should have used this today. And I'm going to do a lot of backtracking in this show today, and I just want people to know that. But if I would have opened this up and used it today, my project that I put up on the wall, the tin can project, was a disaster. So I'm going to talk about that. So I got this rotary, look at that, high performance rotary tool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. She also sent me a heat gun. This for Miss Myrna. Outdoor project to burn the paint off. And I'm like, I hope it wasn't anything else in there that was small. So she sent like an extra chuck tool.
Yep.
For the rotary. And I think these are like little, like the little sanding pads and stuff in here. I didn't open this shit. But this is like, it was little stuff in there. So I have to talk to her and make sure ain't nothing fall out. So Ariel, and hopefully ain't nobody steal nothing out.
That's
Chris,
what I was worried about.
They didn't even text me and let me know it was on the porch. I'm signed up for the Amazon. You get all them little funky tracking alerts. So I walked outside and the box was right there. I was like, damn, this box heavy. Dennis, can you bring it in? And then the orange tape that was on, I was like, wait a minute. And I could reach right in it. So I don't know if it got tossed or around or whatever, but Ariel and I will be talking about that. I'm going to refresh everybody's memory. She did a DIY that I showed, where she showed how to build your own tool. I guess like tool, not.
Did we lose B?
When I threw my hands up, it looked like my screen froze.
It did. I think we're still live. Let me make sure.
Oh, I was about to say. She showed she sent me the blueprints of how she built two for her friends. And they're like a wooden casing to hold your tools. So once I show another photo, I'll show that I've been had the wood in my garage. And now I got the tools and everything I need to just go on and make it happen. So thank you, Ariel. Shout out.
Through big.
Don't forget to send me your mailing address, because I definitely have to send her a nice thank you card. So where to hit me.
Ariel's in the comments.
Yes, where to hit me up with your mailing address, frugalflip@gmail.com. Go on and say it, Chris. Dun, 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 dun. We're waiting. And don't mail Philip.
Frugal Philip.
He'll be there. All right. So
we've become predictable on the show, or at least I am. Ariel Bell says a Dremel is going to change your life.
I can already see that. Today and yesterday, I had so many mishaps. I can't wait to talk about them. And I'll get to them. And this tool, if I would have opened it up, I wouldn't have had a mishap. I'd have been able to do what I needed to do in terms of certain things. But it's all good. I got the shit up on the wall. That's
the best part about people sending you things. They know it's going to get used to its full potential. So Picasso's coming through.
Just like when my neighbor Janice gave me her mom's sewing machine. I've been wearing it out. So shout out to Sharitha. She got her glue gun and she put it to use already. She hit me up. She was like, thank you, B. I got my glue gun. I used it already to put my ponytail on.
Whatever it takes.
That's what it said in the email. I was laughing. I just thought that was so funny. She's like, she threw her ponytail on, but she used it for her project. So
Right.
we have to set up a tutorial, which will definitely get done when I come back from Barbados, and we're on it so she can get her things done and made for Christmas.
Wonderful. Look at you.
Yeah. And I had a great show in Bowie. 2 shows wore me out. Feet still hurt. Thank God my husband massages them, and I'm sure he will continue on Talk About Tuesday. Shout out to Diane. I ain't never gonna forget her name.
I got an email. I got an email from Diane. You want to read it?
Yes, because first of all, I knew she drove from somewhere far, and then we chatted a while, and she has my middle name, so I'm so not gonna forget her.
B,
Yes,
you look
Chris,
like a.
I didn't read it.
I didn't. I said it wrong. I said you look like a star. You're a star. Look, go back to that first photo, please, Grace. Look at that.
Thank you.
Who is that? She's ready to party. It was Diane, right? Was that her name?
Yes, Diane.
I believe. Where is this at? Let me find it in my email. No, she sent a nice note and just wanted to make sure you got it. So, here we go. And you pronounce it Bowie?
Yeah, Bowie, Maryland.
Afternoon. My name is Diane. I saw B-Phlat this past Saturday in Bowie, Maryland as part of the Bangin' and Bowie show with Joe Claire. I had such a great time. B was amazing. Not only was she super funny with tons of energy, she did it all in stiletto heels. Oh, and the food was slapping. I can't wait for the next opportunity to see her. Thank you so much for coming to Bowie and showing us a great time. I will carry on the muddy shoes mantra as I work my way through home ownership. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That's from,
yes, we chatted about her home and how I inspire her.
She's from Upper Marlboro.
Oh, well, she that's far shit to me because my best friend lives in Upper Marlboro, but all of that's like Princess George County, so it's a nice little ways, but it's a bit of a haul depending on where you're going. So
well, look at that. You all know that
Diane.
B appreciates that fan interaction more than anybody. So big shout out. Oh, more.
And shout out to Renee. Renee, I showed her DIY bookshelf bar that she made. It was the red tinted one with the sequence on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she had the flash rags on the bar. And then she kept talking about, take a picture with my mama. And I kept saying 3 times, I was all like, where is your mama? And she was like, right there. I was like, where? And that's her mom in the middle. I was all like, hell no, go ahead on mama.
I don't even.
She just lied. I was like, that's who I'm trying to look when I grow up.
That's fantastic.
Hell yeah. So shout out to Reba and shout out to Renee's cousin Tasha who couldn't make it. Hope you're recovering well there in DC, Tasha. But she was going to come to the show, her mom, and her cousin. So I just wanted to make sure I gave them all a shout out. And mom
That's
is
so
rocking
nice.
it in the middle.
Great picture.
She was like, get in the middle. I was like, no, ma'am, you get in the middle. Shit, you the one doing it. She doing it.
Oh, that's
amazing.
Great. Look at you having a great time.
I'm glad they enjoyed themselves at the show.
Thank you for not embarrassing the show, too. If I get an email that's like, hey, B's podcast is fun, but, stand-up was, that would really be tough to read. So thank you, B.
Oh, Chris, you probably got some of those and didn't read them to me.
Right. People complaining about your stand-up. Oh, my gosh. No, I'd be the first to tell you. I'd be like, look at this.
Well, I got to give shout-out to my Cash App battle people. And then they just got another person who joined the battle. Shout out to Monica LeGrand up in Kalamazoo. It's getting crazy between Brenda Robbins, Miguel Goico, Phyllis Smith, Verna Hendricks, Cheryl Morrow, and now Monica LeGrand. So listen to this, Chris. Brenda Robbins cashed app last Tuesday for this Tuesday. Miguel Goico cashed app last Friday and Monday for today and today. Verna Hendricks cashed app on Saturday for Tuesday. And it's funny because her and Monica, they cashed app around the same time for Tuesday. Then she beat them all because Monica cashed app for December 6th and November the 29th. And for the flip in Florida. She was like, I got everybody beat. This is for the 29th, December 6th. She got the calendar out.
Covering all bases.
She covering all bases. So sorry, Miguel. You in second place. She done jumped up to first place in terms of who doing first. She got everybody beat up until December 6th. And tossed in money for the flip in Florida. So thank you, Monica. And the Cash App battle resumes.
Monica's actually from Battle Creek, 30 minutes from
Kalamazoo. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I met her in Kalamazoo. We took the pictures at the GOTV. She was like, I can't believe you sitting by me. I was like, girl, please, shit, where else I'm sitting? And I was like, watch my purse. Chris, you know me. I was like, watch my purse. You want something to drink?
Okay,
so
good.
Funny thing is, last week when I was talking about how I'm getting the whole wardrobe and everything, I got the dress, the jacket, everything. All I need is a tool belt. Now I'm putting my whole wardrobe on with my tools hanging off the tool belt, stick them inside my fruit flip apron, and take a picture with all my shit on. People send me money for shoes. So Kathy Lafer sent me money for shoes. Jamie sent me money for flip-flops. And Mark sent me money for shoelaces. MM. They're a damn mess.
They're great, though.
I'm good on the shoes.
They're looking out for you. They're looking out for you.
I know. I was like, it's funny talk about some shoelaces.
While we're shouting people out,
Picassos. Yes.
Quincy is in the chat. Shout out to Quincy. Tanya Prince is here. Monica LeGrand, we said hello to her. Irina is in the house. Missy Shue, Brenda Robbins, Joy Harrison, Heaven Sent. Daphne's here saying hey to your Q. Danielle Murray is saying hey. Christopher Chapman says you got the shoes. Fab 540, loving the laces. Fab 540 was on the brief and bake last week.
On the brief and bake, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Shout out to her.
It's amazing how I can remember names,
Tanya,
certain things, and then some shit I
also
forget.
on there. Yeah, Ms. Michelle. Shout out to Ms. Michelle. A great crew, and we're going to shout out as many of you as possible tonight. So
great fam in the house. Speaking of which, I'm shouting out the people. Grace can show us the Zoom screenshots that Chris took, and I have another one coming up for my day. Another group
smiling,
3 day one.
Lovely people.
Yeah, so shout out to Fanon. Remember I was calling her Pete Talbot.
I try and block stuff like that out of my head.
Yeah, so it was so great to meet everybody. There's Nikita at the top, Tanya Prince, Tanya Maston, and of course Joy and Angel jumped on. We had Denisha in the house. Yes, and Devin jumped in from Chicago. And then, of course, we had Natalie joining us, who's working in St. Croix. And she is just so blessed while we here freezing to death. She is chilling there until January.
Had us all
So
jealous.
shout out to her soaking up the sun. And I don't want people to think that I forgot about them, but we are doing another brief and bake. I haven't set the date yet. It'll be for group 3. But I'm not doing it, Chris, before I get my brief and bake out the way for my t-shirt designers. I haven't done that yet. And I don't want them to think that I forgot about them, because Brandon's shirt, Lord willing, will be coming out next Tuesday, along with everybody else's shirt will be up till the end of the year, so they can go ahead and get them. And we will hopefully have our sweatshirts with the mayor's up for sale. So John and I chatted about it. We'll have them up for sale. And we need these sweatshirts. It's cold, so we got to get the Picasso sweatshirts. Yes, but I want to bring everybody's stuff back. I want Brandon's to run. I got to get in touch with him. He's been hard to get in touch with, but I really want us to go ahead and finish out that brief and bake for the t-shirt winners, because I really want them all to meet and greet. And it's been a minute, so I'm really trying to close out a lot of business and handle up a lot of shit I need to handle up, along with the Cash App report for this year.
That'll be a good one. More shout outs. Yeah. Daphne says I was sick the last brief and bake. Yeah, I was going to say, Daphne, we missed you. Tanya loved the brief and bake. This says thanks, B and Chris and fam. Shout out to Denjax too, which I was accused of pronouncing her first name wrong sometimes. So it goes, she goes by Denjax. So we'll go with that. Had a blast. Everybody was really cool, always nice. And I don't know why that camera made my head look so big. I don't know what's going on with that. We need to work on that.
Like now. So when I do my next group
any camera that's pointed at me.
When I do my next group 3, I'm just gonna shout the names out really quick, but of course I'm gonna do the official posting. But it'll be Leanne Hudson, Andrea Stockton, Janine Gonzalez, Sharitha Jones, Carlotta Cat. You know my girl
Yeah,
Carlotta
you
Cook,
always give it 3 or 4 tries on Carlotta's first.
right?
Carlotta's
Beverly
first.
Parker.
Carlotta.
That's Beverly
Huh?
Cube. Beverly Parker's Beverly Cube. Angelique Love, aka Alyssa B, and Penny Pickler, and B Squared, aka Beverly Russell.
A lot of
So I gotta meet
AKAs,
the
and
two
you're really
Beverly.
good at that.
That's B Squared and B Cubed. So I gotta be able to meet both
So
of
wait,
them.
is B Squared Bianca Brown? Because Bianca Brown
No,
is in the house. Bianca's saying good afternoon, everyone.
no, B Squared is Beverly Russell. Anybody with my name is a B Squared, or a B Cubed, or a B to the fourth, or a B to the
Write that
fifth.
down. Write that down. Grace, write that down.
I already got Lynn. It's funny, I gotta show I should have brought it over. I want Lynn, and somebody gonna have to make me a shirt that say "Push the button, boo," with the $ behind it. I wanted white, black letters only because I got a shirt. It's a Philip Lemon. It says "cash only," big chunky letters, white, black only. I needed to say "Push the button, boo." And I want the $ behind the boo. Because I'm tired of people about my money. All you gotta do is push the button, boo. And I'm wearing that on stage. So
By
with that being
the
said,
way,
yes.
yeah. Do you want to tease out what might happen? Nah, let's wait. We'll wait.
We'll wait.
At
Because
the
I
end
want
of
to do
December.
a couple
Let's
teasers
make
at
sure
the
we're
end.
doing.
Yeah, we'll wait.
No, I'm saying yeah, another episode.
Let me give a quick shout out to Doc Shu too. She funny talking about on her Cash App, she catching up on all her missed support payments. Like
Don't turn me in.
oh Lord. And remember, I'm running the BPH10 discount on buyjack/B-Phlat. If you buy 3 items, so we're going to have more items up and you get 10% off of 3 items. So definitely use that. And John did tell me some people have been using it. Thank God, because at first nobody was using it, and I do appreciate it. So please use the code to get 10% off.
Hey,
BPH10. You'll see it once you check out.
Black
You can
Friday
put it in,
this week. Get your shopping in. You got any Picassos you want to buy anything for?
Yeah,
use that discount code.
Use that discount. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris, for throwing that in there. All right, let me show my Picasso. I don't have any flash rag photos to show, but I sure got a Picasso t-shirt to show. Shout out to Angelique Love, aka Alicia. I hope I say her name right. Alicia.
I love how
Alicia
the
B.
requirement
Chicago
to watch this podcast is to be great at taking fashion photos. Every
Yes,
photo gets sent in. Everybody does such a great job.
And it still looks so effortless. She looked like she threw that on the jacket and the hand and booyah, and it was effortless. That's how it's supposed to be. Yes. I see you. I see you, Angelique. I see you.
She's looking down at you in the photo. Look up at her. Look up at her and apologize.
Act like you
just said something rude. Act like you just said something rude. Say sorry. There you go. Bees lighting up. If you're tuning in at home, make sure you hit like. Make sure you're sharing this. Let's get some people jumping in on this. Missy Shoe says, "Don't take me to court, B." Irina says, "It's the hair, DZ." Oh, on my my space satellite of a head. That doesn't help. It doesn't help. When I cut it close on the side like bees, it does make it look like it's smaller.
You got a haircut?
No, Irina is saying that my hair being longer does not help the melonness of the head. It's a fair point.
We can't really see it with the headphones on, so that's why I thought maybe you got it.
That's why I was saying that Zoom photo did me in too. All right, back to it. Tight show. Oh, Quincy's tipsy, by the way. He's reported.
Well, that's what's up. I'm trying not to be too tipsy. I'm drinking tea, trying to save my voice because I'm trying to clean my system out so I can be drunk in Barbados.
That's the
You got to
woman with
get
a plan.
prepared.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm preparing everything, my skin, everything for the sun, and prepared to drink.
Forever.
Eat and
I
drink.
always mess this up too. Forever C, forever sigh. Hey B, looking good. I see you, Chris.
Thank you.
It's kind of tough to miss me.
Chris, you working on that, and you know Dennis is a trainer if you want to do virtual sessions. That's all I got to say.
Tighten me up. Tighten me up, Dennis. All right, Grace. Look at this. Look. What is it? What is it? What is
Let me go on and get my halls because I already know what Jamie gonna say. You look like the dude in that rock group Corn with the backwards K. You know what I'm talking about?
You said you look like the dude in Corn?
You look like that dude with your hair.
Not. No.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh,
when I first looked up there, because his hair is long like that and dark.
No.
And
all white people do not look the same. And this is not a goatee.
You're right, Chris. That could be the black in me. But you know what?
Listen.
That could be the black in me. All white people do look the same sometimes.
I look way less inbred than that guy. That guy looks like he's a Targaryen.
Don't make me apologize on Twitter.
That guy's bone structure is like he's a cast off from the Targaryens from all the inbreeding they did on that show. That guy does not look like he's doing well.
When she flashed it that quick and I saw it blurry with my bad eye, Chris, it looked like
Corn,
the dude.
I hate Corn so much.
I do too. But I'm just saying, I know what that dude looked like. And now somebody going on their phone in the comments, somebody in the comments looking up the dude. And then they at the end of the show, they're going to be like, yeah, Chris did look like that dude.
No.
I'm moving on. I'm going to read Maya's card. Then you know I got to do some Cash App dances.
Joy says I look like Chubby Dave Grohl.
Like who?
Chubby Dave Grohl. Foo Fighters.
Who the hell is that?
You know who Dave Grohl is. He's like the most recognizable rock person ever. Or currently.
I don't be knowing people like individual names.
Yeah,
I like
do. He was the drummer in Nirvana. He's the singer of Foo Fighters.
Okay, see, I didn't know their names, but I know those groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I do listen to the Foo Fighters, but I don't be knowing the names. Just like I love Nickelback, but I don't know their names.
Don't tell people that.
I know people be like, you ain't supposed to tell nobody. Chris, that's the white in me. I gotta let it out sometimes.
Speaking as a white person, that's not the white in you. That's just bad taste.
It's
don't blame it on the race.
Not supposed to be. I like them. I'm not supposed to be listening to them. I know they be saying they racist, but just like you're not supposed to be licking the middle of the Oreo cookie. I'm just saying, there's certain things you have to do in secret. Certain things you got to do in secret. You lick the middle of the Oreo cookie. I listen to Nickelback. We do things in secret.
I don't know if that's a euphemism or you're just saying I eat Oreo cookies. I think it's probably something negative. Moving on.
No, all I'm just saying is, it's kind of like when they say women aren't supposed to eat a banana. White men ain't supposed to eat Oreo cookies out in public and be licking the middle. That's all I got to say. You're supposed to do that at home.
Oh, okay. Moving on?
The black known fact.
Wait, what are all these people saying they like Nickelback in the comments?
Thank you.
No, it's not okay.
Thank you.
Grace just fell out of her chair.
I do like this.
That's the best Nickelback. And you know what? Nickelback was so rough. It's actually, I would say, it's jumped the shark not liking Nickelback. They're so bad that so many people said they hated them so much that it became a thing. It's like, if you stop preaching that you hate them.
They're not bad.
But the line where he goes, "What the hell's on Joey's head?"
Don't matter. I've heard worse lyrics. I like
this thing I've ever heard.
I like their music. Some of it, not all of it. But anyway, let me bring it back to the Zen. Because you know I have to get Zen. Now that I'm having a flash, I'm reading Maya's card. Do some flash dances. Because that's what's happening when I get up to do my Cash App dances. It's going to be a flash dance. Okay, so today's card, shout out to Maya being Guiding Light Guru, is do the opposite. Feeling stuck? Switch up your routine. Say yes to things you would normally say no to. What is no longer working is dead. Nothing new can come into your life if you stay in your comfort zone. I'm going to repeat that. Nothing new can come into your life if you stay in your comfort zone. I totally believe that. It's like doing the same thing and expecting different results. So shout out to Maya. And I love her affirmations. I'm telling you, Chris, they help me get through because I've had so many setbacks with all the projects that I'm working on. And I just try to push through. So I'm going to get up, do my dances, read my DYK. And unfortunately, we do not have a photo for this lady. I want to jump into my flip clip and do my BIY. It's moving like that. Oh, we still on schedule.
Thank you for that beat to clear out that Nickelback in my head.
This goes out to Miguel and
Shout
Laura
Miguel.
and Kathy and Cheryl and Brenda. So only half of them are in the Cash App battle. Oh, any requests? Oh, you know I take requests. Oh, Millie Rock. Oh, Maggie Leg.
Will you do the stepping on the cat dance, please?
Yeah. Did you hear Grace's suggestion?
What Grace say?
You gotta kick the cat. Remember the get.
Ow! Yeah, I ain't ready. Let me warm it up. Ow!
What did you call it? What did we? Oh.
Get your ass.
There she goes.
Get your ass.
Oh my God.
Get out of here. Get your ass. Get.
This is all for you. Shout out to Picasso's.
Get your ass. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass. That's the cat scat.
That's the cat scat. That's right.
The cat scat. Get your ass out of here. Get off my porch, damn it.
Great
It's
work,
concrete
Steve.
on the floor. You know I'm having a fucked up knee tomorrow. Excuse my French. You know my knee gonna be swollen tomorrow. The concrete floors, but it's worth it. Oh, get your ass. You heard me hit my. Get your. I got me practicing under the desk. Chris, I like that. I still love the Jane Tubman.
That kick.
Don't get me wrong. Oh, but the get your it's like a natural reflex.
We've tapped into another level. Oh.
All right. Shout out to Tyann, my historian archivist. She sent me this Black inventors list. You see this list? You see all them names on there?
Producer credit for the next 3 months.
Yes. For the whole next year and the upcoming year. So, with that being said, I'm going to give a shout out to our DYK. Her name is Alice H. Parker. And Miss Parker, more than 100 years ago, as an African-American inventor, designed an indoor heating system using natural gas that she called a heating furnace. Her innovative design, awarded patent number 1325905 on December 23, 1919, was never placed into commercial production, but still stands as a groundbreaking advancement in indoor comfort. She was born in Morristown, New Jersey, right across the water, 1895, passed away in 1920. Now, this I thought was some interesting information. And I run into this problem a lot when I'm trying to verify pictures and stuff for DYK. Historical documents from the U.S. Patent Office and Howard University Academy raise more questions than answers about the story of Alice Parker. No verifiable photos exist of the Black inventor. A widely used photo surfaced from a Lyons family genealogy website. It shows an unrelated white woman by the same name and a second commonly used photo of a black woman, but they are not Alice Parker. So if you see pictures, they're not her. They haven't been able to buy. And that's what happens when I'm looking for people. And it'll say, like I said, that they were born in like 1895. And then the picture, they be having a tie on and the zoot suit and the chain. Like, that's 1947. That look like Cab Calloway. Like, they ain't live that damn long.
Right.
So it's like certain things don't correlate.
Right.
So I just wanted to give a shout out to her. I wish she would have gotten her dues, but I'm letting her know that we see you, Alice. Tighten Up Tuesday got you. Thank you for inventing the heater. The one that's probably running down here in my basement, this little space heater, probably came off of her invention. You never know, Chris. So shout out to you, girl.
Another great one. Thank Taina coming through.
Yeah, so I'd like to jump right in. I'm just going to show a clip really quick because I told you I love to show what Shantae, the photographer and the videographer in Orlando, is always working on in terms of like putting together clips and stuff for our Frugal Flip trailers and different shows. So I had him put together a flip just kind of featuring Janet, because I want Janet Dollar as my co-host when we get our show on our national streaming.
You know what? I saw Janet on a flyer, maybe for a comic in Chicago. Is she
may have. She works a lot.
Serena Monet?
I don't know. Janet be all over the place.
Good
She
for
went
Janet.
work way more than me on the work. Yes. She's a busy woman. She has a dope podcast. I haven't even been able to get on her football pod. I haven't even watched football this year.
You need to get her on here.
You know that's odd.
Yeah, you all used to do the football.
Project.
You used to do football together.
I can't. Had such a bad setback with the Barbados thing that I had to pick back up. And it's a whole
Miss Myrna's bench, the cats. It's been a rough couple
this
weeks.
Barbados project is way worse than all that, because this has been going on for 2 years and everything is down to the wire. But I'm at the point where now it'll be over in a week. So I'm just ready to have some great fun. Let me give a shout out, because we're raising money for Daphne's Flip, Chris. So right now we have $727.50. So we're $1,773 away. And of course I got to give a shout out. Yes, last week they bumped us up. Kathy Lather, Quincy, Charles, Michelle Baker, Joanne Austin, Miguel Goico. They gave us that nice bump for Daphne's Flip. So I can guarantee you when I come back from Barbados, we'll have a date set. I've already spoke with Miss Kym, Dr. Kym down in Florida. We'll have a date set for that. I'm pushing right along. I'm telling you, I'm finalizing some things. And this last month of December is going to be really great for me in terms of like closing out the year and handling business on all ends.
Beautiful.
Let me show the clip that Shantae. It's really cute and short.
Let's see it.
And while we're watching that, I hadn't put this together about Janet. I'm going to put my table up so I can talk about my DIY.
This door, we're going to paint it white on this side. I'm not a painter, but apparently somebody believes in me a little bit more than I do. Do not want painted, because sometimes it can be very difficult to get paint off. So make sure you tape it up as good as you can. See how she just threw that down there? How she trusts me? That's how this going to go. We're going to see. You need to go with them? Or you need me here?
Jada's gonna do that.
Okay.
I do need you, because she's great at plants and gardening and all that great stuff that she knows, and I want her to help Alvin pick out some good plants.
Okay.
And we have 11 shelves to put up, so that's 22. She's gonna need at least 30. Some of them are long. We're gonna have to have an L bracket in the middle. 30 packets. So it's like 15. They come 2 in the pack. 15 packets of the L bracket.
This is so exciting, seeing all this stuff get put together.
Yes, and I like how he's doing it with the music, and it's still low enough where you can still hear us talking and describing stuff. So he is doing a marvelous job and draining the budget, but I love it. It's worth it. He got to do what he got to do, because he's in there like a booty hair. He ain't going nowhere, Chris.
The magic that you're putting together, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, people don't understand this. Like, it's nice. There's two schools of thought. You can work your tail off and get the money to pay everybody exactly what they want, or you can get the project done, and if you get the right people. But when you find people that believe in what you are putting together and they still give you top-notch work, the problem is when you have people do stuff for free a lot is they do it half-assed, or they don't, or it's not a commitment and they overcommit. But you have got such a great team, and I think that comes from you being so genuine, B.
I try to do the best I can. I'm overwhelmed, but I guarantee you when this is over, I'm back on track, Chris. But I'm so looking forward to Bardo. I put a lot of sweat into this 2-year project, but it will be over soon. Thank you, Jesus. So one of the
won't he do it?
Won't he do? Go on and say it. Repeat.
Won't he do it?
Won't he?
Won't he?
WONNE.
Don't forget.
Won't he? So it was funny. The interesting thing that came out of our Zoom meeting were just ideas and chat. One of the things that I loved the most was that we're planning to do our 100th episode in St. Louis around Chris's music festival. Even though it'll fall like the beginning of August.
I like how you call it my music festival. There's these giant companies.
Your company produces it, and we coming in a day early to swarm it. The Picassos will
That
be
is
in
the
St.
coolest
Louis.
idea I've heard. This is great. It
So
is not my festival.
I'm going to be putting some information out there because from the Zoom, we formulated committees. And Cicely, my soror in Arkansas, sent a really nice email regarding different ideas and how she definitely wants to volunteer and drive up from Arkansas. So I will be putting all that information out there. That was one of the great things that came out of the meeting, just people wanting to be on the committee and wanting to see the 100th episode, be the bomb. We ain't trying to do no big pal, gala, but we're going to do a Picasso style and just really do something nice in St. Louis. So I will be putting out more details once I clarify everything with Chris, because we have to start the planning soon, because September will be here before you know it.
It will. And
so that's all I have to say on that.
It's a big deal, and if you can find your perfect way to fit into it and people come in for that. I was so surprised, and that's when you're close to something, it's tough to realize how cool it is. But we had Erykah Badu and Gary Clark Jr. and 60-plus bands last year, and it was a major success, and a lot of people worked really hard to make that happen. So this year, just if you just do the math and what they're wanting to do with it, there's going to be improvements and enhancements and making things better.
And with all those people there, Chris, I feel like us having an open market to sell our stuff and all the Picassos out there, they're going to make some money because there was a lot of people there.
My jaw dropped when everybody was like, we'll come to St. Louis. I'm like, why? Why would you want to come here?
Raising their hand. Because
and everybody in the comments says they'll come too. That's so cool.
Yeah, we're going to make it a Picasso 100th in St. Louis. That's my hometown.
Even though
we can get there, hang out with you. We can get a cardboard of you, Chris, and take pictures. It'll be fun.
Korn and Nickelback, I can firmly say, will not be on the bill.
Will not be on the I know. So another great thing that came out of the Zoom meeting were suggestions, and I really like what Natalie had suggested, and she sent it in the email, in terms of adding like a segment, like a quarterly segment, where we do like DIY mishaps or things that have gotten broken or that you had to fix, projects that we worked on, or something that like have Picasso submit pictures of, photos of, things that went awry. So with that being said, today was the worst day. It was a mess, Chris, trying to get my tin can thing on the wall. You see this over here? Right. It's on the wall now. I had to glue the whole thing on the wall. I couldn't get the drill bit. I couldn't find my drill bit to drill in the plastic. So remember that piece of board that I have on the back of those cans is like the hard laminate plastic flooring. So my drill bit was like burning and smoking. I was like, okay, this is the wrong, and the torque wasn't set for me to be trying to really dig into it. Because the thing about it is, I was working on the edge, the very edge. I'm going to kind of show people, trying to drill here. So I could only clip it so far out on my table to try to drill into it. So it was kind of flimsy. And I was like, this isn't going to work because I didn't have the right drill bit. So if I would have had this open, I could have done it. So anyway, it was a mishap because I'm pressing against the wall with my Lock-It glue. And the whole shit slid down. And I had glue everywhere. So I want Grace to show the picture of how I propped it up really quick. I was like, I gotta find shit to kind of. That was what it originally looked like, before I finished it. So I found all kind of stuff like boxes that I had to stack up under there, and a piece of old flooring, like the seal, like that you put between the door and the flooring. I had a piece left over from my steps upstairs, and I used it to keep the cans up on the wall so that the glue could stick. And I was like, I have the chunks. You see them pieces of wood left over from Miss Marina's bench? I spent like 20 minutes trying to stack different shit up under the cans so that it could stay propped up there and sit firmly and stay up on the wall. So I finally got it to work, but a piece of the corner chipped from me trying to drill in it.
Ariel says,
and now I got to paint around it because when the glue dries, it's going to be brown. It's the same glue that I use on Mrs. Marina's bench, and it's a concrete glue. So when it dries, it's going to look ugly. But I'm going to paint white around it so it matches the wall. But at least it's up there. So I was able to remove the sticks, and now you can, see it back there propped up. I'm going to let it cure a couple days before I put my paintbrushes and stuff in it.
Very nice.
But yeah, and the other thing was I did a whole 20-minute video and broke it up and broke down the mishap and everything. And then Chris didn't have no audio. Because I didn't know I had to have the mic on. I was just talking and shit. I had my pajamas on looking all Christmassy. Talking into the screen. Had the table down doing it. And then I'm looking at it like, where's the audio? And I'm like, oh, the shit's still set up from the Zoom. I had it still connected to the mic, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just talk about it and let people know that's one of my mishaps. And it was a mess, and that glue, I had to throw the rag away after I scrubbed my wall to get all the glue off of it that slid down. So I'm going to turn this camera around here really quick because I want to know, through pictures, who finished working on their tin can project. This is a group project. So I'm not done with this one, but I decided to use Pringle cans because they're less sharp than this not tuna can. I don't even remember what this was. I don't even really have canned goods. It's funny. My cousin Jan had to bring me a can down here to use.
Thanks,
so
Jan.
I'm going to line this. Yes, it's really sharp in the inside. I'm going to use... By the time you see this next week, it'll be done. I'm going to paint some cute design on it because I want to use this somewhere in the house. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to show people a couple tricks. So people should be past the point where we use the Mod Podge to actually paint it on and seal up your, I use 3 or 4 coats. I use the water-based acrylic matte kind. The gloss takes a little longer to dry. This one takes like 10 minutes to dry in between coats. So, but like I said, I'm going to use like some ties or something softer to line the inside of this can, only because it's sharp. So what I did with this is took a regular old paper clip and clipped these 2 Pringle cans together in order to adhere them together. Because I'm thinking, like, if you're not going to mount these to the wall, you may just want them to sit on the table, but you want them to stay together. I just used a simple old clip, if they're the same height and all, and did like that. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is possibly gluing these cans together like this. I haven't figured out that, but I'm going to do a video and make sure I have the audio on to figure out what I'm going to do with these and how I'm going to use these in my kitchen and or mount them. So this, hopefully by next week, people will have sent me some photos that I could show on the show next Tuesday. And Let me see how your tin can project is working out. If you mounted it like the one I did here, that is on here tight with that locket glue, or if you're just going to set them on a countertop or in the bathroom somewhere. I just want to see how you decorated your cans. And believe me, I would love to pick somebody. I'm always leaving open spot. I always pick 9 people for the day one or brief and bake, and leave an open spot for people that participate in projects and or buy shirts, send me photos. You know how I do it. So with that being said, I'm going to move this to the side. So like I said, that's the next week project that we're going to finish up. My little utensils for that. And I'm going to jump into another great idea that came out of us having great conversation on the Zoom. I brought up how a Picasso asked me, what do I do and how do I organize all the condiments in the refrigerator that you get from takeout? So I used to keep all of mine in here, and you can even hear how sticky it is. I don't know what happens when you have them all piled up after a while. They start to all stick together. People keep them in like the little compartment where you're supposed to keep eggs on the door. And then when you pull them out, they're all clumped together. So I was like, I got to come up with a way that is easy for people to do, and they can use the things that they have at home to keep their condiments separated, and then they don't all stick together. So the first thing I'm going to show is a tray that I found, and this used to have crackers in it, and it was already separated. So I just want you to kind of see this tray. It has 3 compartments, and all I did was, if you have something like this is simple, is just kind of lay them out like if you would see at a restaurant within this compartment. This I didn't have to make. It was already a recyclable.
Nice.
So I'm going to show that up close again. It had crackers in it. So this is one that I made with skewer sticks, a regular old hole puncher. This was a blueberry tray. It had some holes in it, but not enough. So what I did was took my hole puncher and punched holes in it. And then where the hole puncher could not reach spaces at the bottom that I needed to be larger, I just took this, and you can use a pair of scissors, and these are my wire cutters, and I just dug a hole right into the side of the plastic.
Very nice.
So what I did was stick the sticks in. I used my glue gun, and I kind of I'll show you on this side. I dropped like a bead of glue in there to kind of seal the hole. And you don't really want to use too much glue because you're working with plastic on plastic, and it can actually melt the plastic. So you have to be careful how you don't use too much, that it'll burn through the plastic. So once that part was done, all I did, I just take these pop all over the place, my wire cutters, and clip the sticks off the end. And if there's extra glue, it cuts right through that also. So I'm just going to show that really quick how I just pop these right off. So this is my little tray. And I had a Caesar salad container left over that came with a little salad. I glued that right on the inside for your salt and pepper packets.
Look at you.
So then all you have to do is you can take your little soy sauces and your ketchups, slide them right in. Look, and half the stuff be sticky and you throw it away. And quit, if you're not going to use them, don't keep collecting them because they do get old after a while.
Yeah.
But use them, and I think people would tend to use them more if they were organized. That looks so much better in your refrigerator for your condiments.
Much better.
So I also made this one out of popsicle sticks and a strawberry container, and I put some Mod Podge on it because I'm going to decorate it. So what I did was snapped off the ends of some forks, just like that. And I took my my box cutter, and I just sliced little holes on the inside. I laid it flat on my floor and just took it and sliced a hole in it so it would be sturdy enough to put the forks through the little sliced holes. And then I put the glue on the outside. I put some little newspaper, magazine paper, because I'm going to decorate and make it cute. But what I did do, as you can see, is filled the holes around where I have the actual ends of the forks with the glue. And then once it dried, I took that same wire cutter and snapped the ends off. So now I have like the larger for like the coconut shrimp stuff, my peanut butter packets that are a little larger, the mandarin teriyaki sauces. These things are a little bigger and they fit better in a wider compartment. So you can keep them separate like that. And I think in all, you probably can get like 5 of these in each one of these little sections. So that's an easy one to make out of a strawberry container or any little plastic container. So just think in terms of saving the things that you have once you're done eating them and out of them or your salad or whatever, and making little compartments on the insides. So I'm gonna actually show how to do that. I actually have one that's really cute. I'm gonna show it really quick. I'm gonna grab it.
Well, B, while you're doing that, we'll say hey to Joy,
Yes.
Fab 540, Quincy, Danielle, Shania, Heaven Sent, Ms. Michelle, Daphne, everybody staying busy, the Picassos in the live chat. Make sure you hit like on the video. Keep the good vibes rolling. B, you look ready. And how much do you love your table you made?
Oh, I love this table, Chris. It was the bomb. It came in because I got so tired of moving this little white raggedy ass table. So this is one that I did, and I'm gonna do a live demonstration on how it's done. But this came off the top of like a salad. You see, I put the sticks in it and clipped them off already, and it's already set up to put your little condiments in, so they don't be sticking together in the bottom of a bowl somewhere or the bottom of your refrigerator. So I think that went pretty smooth. You think, Chris?
I think it went great. You've done it again, B.
Thank you. I'm gonna have Grace show. I'm gonna stand up because I'm gonna be filling up the table as I'm showing for my flats feature. The things that I'm working on. I'm so excited about everything and how it's coming together for my trip to Barbados. It has been a rough one, but it's a labor of love. And I'm doing all this by myself. Except when Jan comes down here, and I pay her to help me assemble things. So other than that, I have to get the work ready for her to do it. So with that being said, I gotta take a puff.
I have a question for a problem from somebody's DIY project when you want it. Let me know.
Yes.
You want to go?
I'm ready. Let me hear it. Yeah, let me hear it.
From the partnership, I wanted to remodel my dresser. The remodel included adding mirrors on it. Turned out great, but the mirror on the front came off. I know I could just glue it again, but it would also come off again. Any general tips?
It depends on what glue she used. It won't come off again. It depends on what glue. I don't know what glue they use, but I know if she used this Locket, that Loctite. I don't have my caulk gun out here. Sorry, but it's called Loctite. Loctiteo. Believe me, Loctite. That it ain't going nowhere with the Locket glue. And you only need like little beads of it on the back. I'm just putting up a few things, and that should definitely work. So if they told me, what glue they use, super glue ain't gonna work. Nothing like that. This is like the glue that they use on mirrors. Like if you get an old mirror, you see them little brown glue beads on the back. Believe me, I guarantee you, it's just what I'm using. So, were there any other comments, any other questions? Anybody want to know about anything?
Oh, so many. Expiration dates matter.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Thick vegan afro.
Okay, so what I'm going to show really quick, and I'm so proud of all my stuff as it comes together, because as you know, I'm working on this triple celebration. It's a 25-year anniversary, a 50th birthday party, and a military retirement all three between this one couple. So of course they hired me. They were like, "Oh, you got to bring it together, and this is our budget." So with us being on a budget, a lot of the things that people would normally spend money on when they hire like an event planner in terms of buying flowers and buying certain things to bring it all together, a lot of the things I made. And because I just had stuff here, and I'm super frugal. So I want to show people. First, I want Grace to throw up the 2 photos of how I had everything out in my garage. And I sprayed it with the Mod Podge clear so that all this stuff can be sealed on top of everything, was glued down, because I have to transport it to Barbados. So I've been saving packing and all kind of stuff for this stuff. I have to pack everything and check it as my luggage. And if you notice, these boards are leaning up against a big piece of wood. That big piece of wood is like a huge pallet that my neighbor and his son drug into my garage for me, because that's what I'm going to use to make my radiator covers out of. And thank you again, Ariel, for the tools, because I'm ready to get started in the spring. So that's what I'm using, and it's huge. Believe me, I can't even move it. So I brought all this stuff in, and I just kind of want to show people some of the things that I did on them frugally. So one, obviously, I made our own welcome sign. And this stand right here I'm taking, it's so the bomb, it just clicks down. And once you click it apart, it's about this long. So I'm throwing that right in the box. So I'm going to show you a few things that I did on here. I think I told you I pulled this dove off of a Christmas card that I had. This came off
that Christmas card I sent you last year?
Might have been, Chris, but look,
look,
I'm regifting it. Aren't you happy that I'm reusing it?
Yeah, that's cool.
So you don't even remember. You ain't sent me no damn Christmas card last year, and if you did, you wouldn't remember what it looked like. So I'm gonna just show people how this came off the bottom of. This was a cap on a leg of like a stool, and it fell off, and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." I'm gonna use that.
You took it from like a restaurant?
No, somewhere here in the house. I think it was upstairs.
It was probably Dennis's office. The poor guy.
It was Dennis's gym, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna use that," and I just glued it right on there and put Whip plus Alfie, and I glued it right on their little picture. And of course, I used the beads that fall off of Dennis's neck. I mean, his bracelets, and put them like everywhere. And I had like feathers and different things. Like most of these pieces I had left over from other projects. So I like to just save things and start. I always do an inventory before I start ordering stuff and going out and buying stuff. This isn't a good example of the spray on here, but the other things that I'll show, you can see that this is like really glossy. I don't know how it's coming across on the screen, but I am not worried about the stuff coming off of there. This other board that I did, because we have a drink special running the whole night of the reception, and we had to design our own drink board. So it's funny because I actually I had to spray paint this. This is my frugal flip easel that I take on all the flips so that we can do our collective paintings. But I ended up spray painting it like quickly, just so that it could look decent. And I'll prop it up better when I display our signature drink. So this drink is named after them. It's called the Just Be. And they were like, "Yeah, you got to bring your own board," because they were just going to make like a piece of paper. And I was like, "No, we got this. We got this."
Nice.
I got it. So, I don't know if people could see. I needed to tighten up the screws on there. How shiny, like the flowers are, and you can actually see the spray on there. I don't know if you can see it, but I wanted to make sure that stuff was done. So, and the last thing, whoa, let me just lay this over here. I can't let none of this get messed up. The last couple of pieces I wanted to show on there were I made 2 of these for Alfie and Wit, and this came off of the ribbon, the spool of ribbon. I use everything. So once I got done with the ribbon, I used this to make my little circles on everything as my little stencil. So I had like some leftover silver little letters, applique letters that I threw on there, because when I did Dennis's sister's wedding, I put all of these on like some tea light candles and different things that we were giving out as like little trinket gifts. So like I said, I had an inventory of little stuff left over. I went through it first before I started ordering things that I would need for this. But yes, this was just made out of a piece of black foam board, and I took my pot lid, drew the circle, and then I just took my paintbrush and went around it and made that. And then, as you see, I put the grommets in there because these will be tied on the back of the chairs. So this is for the bride, and this one is for the mother of the groom. Even though it's a retie, but it just says Whit's mom. And I sprayed it and made this one for Miss Bet. And you can see the repeat of the little stencil that I used
Look at
to make the
you.
little swooshes. When I sit down to design this stuff, I don't know how I'll come up with it. I just make it up as I go. And you see, I rounded these edges off. I just cut them with a scissors. I didn't use anything. I didn't use any particular, apparatus to be like, oh, let me make the corners. I just took my scissors and did like that. So I guess because I've been doing this so long, I'm good at eyeing stuff. So I'm going to set these to the side while I show the last few things.
You're
and
beyond
then
good.
wrap it
This
up.
is great. I bet they're so excited to have this. I mean, it's so thoughtful.
So remember, I told
You gonna hit
you
him? You gonna hit him with an invoice?
who with the invoice?
The people you made this far.
This, look,
You should show
Chris.
up and say, "I'll take my decorations if you don't pay me."
Oh, we taking all our stuff back
I'm
off
joking.
the table. I'm just saying, anything we brought, we taking back. I'm bringing the pan in the box to ship right back because you never know when I might do this or need it again. But remember, I ordered these on Amazon and I said I was going to paint them for our table numbers. So this is just an example. I use a black spray paint for our table numbers. And we're going to have 18 pictures, 3 on each table, of the family photos. So what I did with the leftover foam board was I printed the photos on whole sheets of sticky sided labels, and then I just cut them. And these will be, so it'll be pictures of the family all on the reception tables, along with the centerpiece and some petals and different things like that. So I still have a few more of these to cut out and make, but I think I have 9. I got 9 more to do. And then I want everybody to see this. I told y'all we wasn't paying for no cake topper. We getting plain cake, and I'm putting this on top of the cake. So this actually came off a present that was sent here recently. So I was like, oh, I need that black and white ribbon. So I made this as our little cake topper. And I'm going to put like this little wax thing under it, like so that when we put it on top of the cake, we can still eat it, and it won't, because this is going to be all over the place in the luggage. And I do want people to know that when you are working with a glue gun like I did, I'm just going to show you what I did. I took this little feather light brush before I sprayed these and went over it, and this collected all of the glue spider webs, and I was able to brush everything off. Just a little brush. You definitely need that if you're gluing stuff down, because that stuff looks messy if you don't clean it up. So this is what I use to clean up all of the glue. And other than that, I have these are the trinket boxes that everybody will get. We have to put these together when we get there Tuesday, and they'll be filled with the token takeaway gift. And I just wanted people to see the little example of those. And then as soon as John is done with my white and black flash rags,
look at you with your new items.
They will go in everybody's bag. So I made a little label on the back and the front that just says what 3 events are that we're celebrating, and their little logo on the front, which is the military boots, the diamond rings, and the 5 candles to represent, their 50th birthday.
Absolutely.
And then the tag on here, like this says Kimani, and then on the back side it says head table. So everybody will know what table, it'll have their table number on it. They'll know what table they're sitting at from their tag. So they get their 2 drink bags, 2 straws, blow the whistle, 5 packs of these little mini gel hand sanitizers, the flash rags, the t-shirts, the whistle, and of course, the final event brochure, which I cleaned up and made it a little more simple. So they should be coming in the mail. They'll be here on Friday along with the menus. And I just want people to see the brochure. How I cleaned it up and made it a little more legible. See how I did the dates on the inside. Everybody can see exactly what we're doing and what day, what time things start, when the parties end. And then on the back side, this is like, we have access to both resorts. And then this is just, on the end, when you open it up, it's like a picture in the background of Whit and Alpha, and then it just kind of says what the 3 events are. So this is what people will get when they check in. And I thought, I'll show the black and white flash rags next to it. But so there you have it. This is it's all coming together. And of course, I think I showed these before, but these are the arm pieces that I'm not wearing them, but I made these for the bridesmaids to wear, and we're going to wrap them around because this is so bendable. And I already put one on Yan to make sure it looks cute when I wrap it. So other than that, I'm still working on my labels. My cousin will be down here labeling bags and filling them. We're keeping them flat. We're not even picking up the flash rags. They're in St. Louis. They're getting picked up. Kind of, Chris, like my girlfriend Maria. Remember my cousin Maria came through to pick up the stuff for Bermuda?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
when John did our t-shirts for Bermuda.
I was confused on who she was.
Yes, it's my cousin's best friend. We call her our little cousin because she's been in the family forever.
That's great.
So either Maria or my aunt is coming to pick up the flash rags and the t-shirts.
At Midcoast Media?
They're just going to pack them in their luggage, huh?
I said she's coming by Midcoast Media?
Yep, they're coming by there to pick them up. It don't make sense for them to ship them to me. I got enough stuff I got to pack, so they're just going to pick them up and put them in their luggage. And the last thing I'm showing is, like, everybody that sends me stuff, I've been collecting a whole bag of all the packing, like bubble wrap, and, like this foam stuff here, so that I can wrap all of the stuff that I need to take with me and pack it so it doesn't get messed up. So there you have it. This is coming to an end. And I'll be happy, and I did a lot of work, but it's going to be so fly. I'm going to make sure I take a lot of pictures, and we're going to do like a thank you slideshow and just send out electronically instead of doing like the like an electronic thank you card.
Mm-hmm. That's great. It's great to see. Everybody's very impressed. Ms. Michelle says she's so talented.
Thank you.
I have a few comments. You want to get to those?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Some folks asked me what I would be having or cooking at Thanksgiving, and I made sure to let them know I'll be having pumpkin pie and potato salads with raisin, my favorite, and unseasoned turkey, and I'll wash it down with lukewarm tap water, and lots of mayonnaise.
That was one of the Ask Chris Easy questions. Would you be having pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? And you already answered it. So
I said,
thank God I have two Ask Chris Easy's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. Sorry, but yeah, out of all that, people think so little of me. I think they actually believe that I eat raisins in my potato salad. It's disappointing.
But raisins in potato salad is good. I ain't gonna lie.
No way. That's not a thing.
It is.
That's not a real thing. That's something that people made up to make fun of white people's cooking. That's not real.
It's because I can't eat them in chicken salad. When I was younger, I used to love chicken salad.
You actually do it? What kind of potato salad are you making?
But I like barbecue sauce on my potato salad. With raisins or cranberries in it and put it on bread and eat it like a sandwich.
All right.
I'm country, Chris. Don't pay no attention to me. I eat mustard on my pizza, on a cheese pizza, so on a white pizza with pepper on the top. So anyway,
well, she can't. I'm weird like that. We're not all perfect. She can't have it all. Everybody, taste her.
So look, Chris. Before I do my Cash App dance for Michelle and Danielle and Kathy and Antonia, ask them by any chance if they got a request. Before I do my Ask Chris Deasy.
What kind of request?
So next, they might have a request. They might be like, ooh, do the Cabbage Patch, or do the, do the Running Man. You never know. People have requests. So, because somebody suggested I throw out requests. You just never know. I was like, whatever I come up with, because you know me, Chris, I'll do anything. I just dance. So, with that being said, next week I'm going to be showing some of the Picassos that have sent me some of the Christmas things that they're working on. So that's going to be interesting. I have like 4
Jane
people that have
Tubman.
sent me stuff.
Jane Tubman
I got
and,
Jane
and the
Tubman.
Soul Train dance and the cat dance.
Oh, I got the Jane Tubman. I got to move my.
And Antonia wants the butterfly.
Oh, I got you. Who said do the butterfly?
Antonia.
Somebody said do the butterfly.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait a minute, I gotta hear the music.
Look
Butterfly.
at her go. Float like a butterfly.
Butterfly. Butterfly on them.
Christopher Chapman says, "Do the light skinned Soul Train." The Bankhead bounce, says Dira's away. Tanya says, stomp the cats. Fab 540 says it's Tootsie Roll.
Here we go, here we go. Shit. The girl coming to the party.
Oh no, here she comes.
Drop it up. Wow. Chris, I don't like this dance.
It's all
left
you.
And right, left and right. Which way you gonna go? To the left.
To make these dances happen, you just cash app $ B-Phlat. That's right.
Let me sit my ass down. All right, Chris.
Oh my gosh, great
I
work.
Didn't have an urge to work.
Mm.
I meant to ask earlier. By any chance, I would just ask people if they wanted to give one in the comments earlier, but I'm gonna jump into my Ask Chris Deezy.
Please do.
Which
it's a hot segment.
Comes in from Dennis. He said, "Have you ever camped
Coming in
out
all the way from upstairs?"
Coming in all the way from upstairs. He said, "Have you ever camped out for anything on a Black Friday?"
Have I camped out for anything? Oh.
Yeah, like for Black Friday.
No. Absolutely not. I'm actually really thankful for that.
And the second part of that question is, have you ever camped out for anything on White Saturday?
Just make that up. Does that just mean you just go camping because you're a white
He
guy?
said it's called White Saturday because it's Cyber Saturday. These are my only white people be lined up to be getting mad.
Getting mad.
He said it's White Saturday. They got Black Friday and White Saturday. He said when you see them out there, you don't be seeing no black people lined up out the tech stores.
What
He
in
said,
the,
all
in
the white
the
people be lined up
white
there.
people in the
Or
tents
outside
and
the
everything?
tech,
Oh.
outside Best Buy, getting all the tech stuff on Saturday. Oh, he funny.
We got questions from the live chat, if you're ready.
Let me hear some questions because I don't have any flyers to show because the 2 events that I'm doing, they're private political things I'm doing in DC.
Okay.
Gala shit when I get back. I do want people to know, I can say this, that I did, Sherri and I don't know if I mentioned it last week, that when I was at the Sherri show, I was there to tape the Kevin Hart celebrity game face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got the little, the little token give. It was really fun on the set. I'm glad that we got to do it. Sherri was my partner. And it's coming out in the spring, and I want people to watch it on V8. On the E channel. I was about to say VH1. It's on E. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Celebrity Game Face. Kevin Hart's game show. So that was fun. I do have that coming up.
I love
for
that.
sure. Because if another person asked me when I'm going to be on the Sherri show, they didn't look at the video I put out.
See, here's something you can do. You can follow B on Instagram at @FlatOutFunny.
Yes.
Couple questions from the Ask Chris Deezy segment, if you want these. Lyella Morris says, Chris, can you roller skate? Currently, I could. I'd hate to see me if I didn't stop. I used to go roller skating as a kid all the time.
Can you skate backwards?
I could. I used to. It's pretty athletic, but that's just like something fun. You know what I did more than roller skating because of the age I am or was or whatever.
Rollerblading.
We played street hockey all the time. And
I can't rollerblade.
See, we would roller skate and we would go to the skating rink, and I got really fast. I remember that. And then rollerblades started getting cool. And of course, like every dumb thing, if you had roller skates, kind of lame. And you had to get the badass rollerblades. So,
That's
true. Did the
peer
rollerblades.
Pressure.
Yeah.
That's what you have when you have
marketing
money.
pressure. Yeah. What?
Yeah. You get peer pressure when you got money.
Yeah, I guess so. Or just kids are just assholes. Kids are assholes. Dearest Way says,
They
Chris,
are.
do your family events end on time? My grandma, who hosts a ton of our stuff and always has, she'll just tell you. If she's ready, she's like, all right, it's 8 o'clock. We're going to bed before too long. Beat it. But also too, it's they'll let you keep drinking, and they've got the spare rooms that you can stay in if you need to. So, yeah, they do. It's actually they start on time too. The start on time is they'll get on you. Oh, they'll get on you if you're late.
It's so funny being around my family when they get over to people's house and the food ain't ready, and it be late in the afternoon. They be like, "Damn, what are y'all waiting on? We supposed to eat." They be like, "Oh, we just put the turkey in. It'll be ready in about 4 hours, 8 o'clock."
Yeah, we eat it.
So that's why I be laughing, because
1 o'clock on
I've
Thursday.
already eaten. Oh yeah, you think like, didn't you cook the turkey yesterday? Ain't you supposed to cook the turkey like the day before?
Yeah, or that morning, or the night before in the morning. Yeah,
not at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, you don't do it then.
Thank you.
That's
People
bad.
be ready. They wonder why don't nobody stay. I think they do that on purpose because they don't want people to stay. Because people get hungry and go other places. They probably be like, let them take their ass home. There's more food for us to eat. I honestly believe that.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody should be saying grace over the food at 9 o'clock at night. That's all I got to say. I hope somebody in my family heard that.
Fab 540's laughing at me for eating at 1. I think that's good. 1 o'clock? That's our like family.
Yeah, I think that's great even that the food is ready.
The yeah. The ready.
Yeah.
The food's, they have it ready. They'll time it. Probably get it ready at like 10 till, and then you sit down at 1, and it's time to roll.
No.
But you show up a couple hours early, you drink, and
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. It's a good time. Yeah. So I just like being around the family. That's my tradition.
Well, guess what, Chris? It's a wrap.
That's it. Tight show. Great job, Grace. Great job, Picasso's in the live chat. It's going to be a good time.
Throw the money up.
For
Make
plugs,
it rain.
all new Two Funny Mamas this Thursday. Grab all your family members. If you're at the subscribe, if you're at somebody's house, subscribe to this channel. Helps B, helps Kym, helps Sherri. So that'll be a great show and lots of fun around the corner. We got a lot of cool stuff planned.
Make sure you follow me on Frugal Flip page at Frugal Flip.
That's
at
Frugal
Flip.
Not Frugal Phillip. He's not a fan if you follow him on Instagram.
Yes. Follow, like, share, love, hug, kiss the page, whatever you got to do. Send a heart out. Do all of that.
Joy says,
And
B, we're coming to resin your table.
Y'all coming to do that at Daphne's?
It says
See, I'm
Philadelphia.
winking. Oh, I know I need to get that done, but I might need them to come to do that at Daphne's. I'm throwing that out there.
Making it happen.
I might need that at Daphne's Flip.
Shout out to Rye. Shout out to Sonia, Miguel, all the nice words. Kathy, Shania. I can't get to everybody, but wonderful to spend time with you all. And again, make B part of your life each and every day.
And don't forget, if you are a day oneer, don't forget to hit me up at frugalflip@gmail.com and let me know, because I'm going to just keep my brief and bakes going.
Love it.
So if you haven't been on one and you feel slighted, you better let me know. Like, B, I've been a day oneer since day one. why I ain't been on the brief.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
That's right.
That's right.
So hit me up, let me know, and Lord willing, we'll all be back here next Tuesday. Much love, and thank you so much for always watching Tighten Up Tuesday.
We'll see you then. Thanks, everybody. That's right.
Tighten
Don't
Up
forget
Tuesday.
it. Congrats, David, Vicky. Bye, everybody.
Look, I fixed Cicely's thing and painted it. You see, I hooked it up. Remember, it fell off the tray.
So
Shout out
good.
to my soror.
So good.
Be on the road. Bees on the road.
Bye, everybody. Shout out to Salim. Watching all the way across the world.